So hey, welcome to Fun Time Travel. Today we're going to talk about ports and excursions. And well, I'm all dressed up with no place to go. Hey, listen, there's so many great ways to have an adventure in port. You can have a lot of fun. This is kind of my normal port day attire.
Yeah.
You know, I go all the way in. I go all in when I'm on vacation. So I tell you what, why don't we get into all of that right after this?
Okay, so excursions are a great way to explore the ports that you visit when you're on a cruise. There's lots of different ways to do it, and we've just about done all the different ways.
We've done them all.
You can either book through the cruise line,
Yeah.
you can book through a third party, or you could always just go out and try and do it on your own.
Yeah.
And there's pros and cons to each and every single one of them.
Yeah, we're going to get into some of these. So, you know, one of the things you can do, and I think it's probably, especially when you're beginning your cruising experiences, you know, most people book through the cruise line to start. I think some people...
did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we absolutely did. I think some people think that maybe that's the only way to go. Maybe others, it's just easier. And, you know, I mean, in a lot of ways it is, because it's just a one-stop shop kind of thing. You go on the cruise's website, everything's organized for you through the ship, and, you know, I think it works out really well because it's all in one kind of convenient package.
Right. And you also have the security of knowing that the excursion that you picked has been checked out by the cruise line. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're just going into the unknown.
That's some guy in a corner is like, hey, I got something, you know, just kind of weird.
I mean, could be, you never know. But
Or maybe that's what you're looking for. I don't know.
Also, it's good to know that the ship will wait for you if the tour gets back late, if you do it through the cruise line.
Yeah, otherwise you become one of those people known as pier
Pier
runners.
runners.
Like, no! I just see them, they're like, it feels like they're in slow motion.
Yes. But doing it through the cruise line, it can be much more expensive. Yeah. And there also can be a limited selection.
Yeah, you know, because they're really trying to keep them, well, they're trying to check them all out. That reduces down some of them that are probably still good, but maybe don't play along in this way or that way for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so they get the limited number, and then with all the people, especially newer cruisers booking through the ship, those book up so fast, so your selection gets so limited. So you know, there's a lot of good reasons, a lot of, you know, maybe reasons not to book through the cruise line, but we've done it that way and it's worked out well for us. Hey, thanks for watching our video. We'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos.
And for more tips and tricks and cruising information, please check us out on our other channel, Sandy Sun Travel.
And if you're looking to plan a cruise or any other vacation, head on over to sandysuntravel.com where we can help you plan your dream vacation. Plus, if you're feeling lucky, you can scroll down the page to a spot where you can enter to win a dream vacation.
All right, so booking through a third party. There are great reasons to look at a third party other than just booking through the cruise line. One, you have more options.
Right.
You know, you're not just limited to what the cruise line is offering. And they can be much cheaper and still be the same kind of tour that you were going to take through the cruise line.
In fact, they can be the exact same tour. So, yeah.
So there are, I mean, that is definitely a pro
Yeah.
to get it for cheaper and be the exact same tour that you could have got. But anyways, they aren't approved by the cruise lines, but that doesn't mean that they're not good.
Right. You know, you just have to determine your comfort zone. I completely understand that better safe than sorry attitude that says, you know, if I book through the cruise line, and I think the big seller for booking through the cruise line, at least for us, has always been, boy, if something goes wrong here, we can be, you know, assured that we're going to make it on the ship. You know, there's a lot of great tour operators out there that aren't, you know, tied in with the cruise line. And of course, as I said, you know, one of the risks is that they don't make it back on time and the cruise line will leave without you. And I tell you what, one way to for certain ruin your vacation is to watch that cruise ship sail away as you're standing there on the port. But, you know, one thing about a lot of these...
It's never happened to us.
It's never happened to us, thank God.
I can only imagine.
But one of the things that a lot of these cruise operators are doing now, these excursion things, is they're giving you a guarantee. It's like, look, it's not, the ship won't wait, but if the ship leaves, they will pay to get you to the next port and meet up with the cruise ship. So, that is gives you a safety net.
Right. One thing I always like to do, or that we had talked about, was if we took an excursion that took like a longer day, like that we did tubing in Belize, cave tubing. It was an all-day thing because it took so long to get there and get back. So that we definitely did through the cruise, the cruise line.
Because
then we knew
it was
for
farther
sure.
away from the ship, and there were more opportunities for something to happen. And maybe we sound like old fuddy-duddies. I don't know, but
But that was one of the best excursions.
It was a fantastic excursion.
We loved it. We had such a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing you can do is you could do it on your own. Sometimes like with say in San Juan. You can get off in San Juan. You can pay $75 or $100 a person to go visit the Bacardi factory and watch that whole tour. Or you can get off the ship, walk out to the port area, jump in a cab, and for like $30 for the cab and maybe $10 a person, you can go do the same walk through the distillery and be there and back in less time than through the cruise through the cruise line. So there's less money, and in certain ports it's not really that big a deal. But you could literally also get off the cruise ship, walk to where the tours are getting together through the cruise line, and they're standing there trying to sell tickets to that exact same thing. You'd be literally on the same bus.
Right.
You don't have any guarantees, but everybody else on the ship, everybody else that booked through the ship has guarantees. So
you're guaranteed.
So you're guaranteed. I mean, that doesn't always happen, but it can happen.
Yeah.
But it can be a fun adventure. Sometimes we just get up in the morning and we're like, well, we're not going to book an excursion. We just get up in the morning and walk off the ship, and then we discover some really cool things, and they're basically free.
I'm the kind of like fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal.
I'm
He's
the detail
planner.
person.
I'm like, let's just go see what we can find. But anyways, one of our best port days was a day that we randomly roamed around San Juan.
Old San Juan.
Old San Juan. We had a blast. It was fun just walking up and down the streets and seeing all the architecture and the buildings and the colors, just everything.
Yeah.
And we walked out they had like a market.
The market. I forget what the name of that square is, but plaza.
And then we went and found a fort.
Yeah, the fort.
Awesome.
It's just beautiful. A great place to kind of take baby steps to doing a excursion on your own or spending it is San Juan, because old San Juan is just beautiful. It's relatively safe.
Yeah.
It's part of the United States, so that's also a plus. But within a 10-minute walk, you could go up to the fort. You can spend the day at the fort, and if the weather's nice, it's just a beautiful day. And there's if you're into history, it's a fun thing. We had a great time. We were there with friends, and we just roamed around. Then on our way back, we found a place to stop and eat. And while it wasn't some big high energy excursion, it was just a beautiful day with friends and with each other.
We explored on our own, and it was all new to us. It wasn't. We didn't have somebody giving us a guided tour necessarily, but we didn't need it.
No, we really didn't need it. It was wonderful. That's a great way to go about it. I think if you explore on your own, the big thing, the number one thing you got to do is you got to make sure you have a reliable watch.
Yeah.
And that you're good at keeping track of ship's time, not local time, but ship's time. That's so important. And it might seem silly, it might seem like we're trying to, micromanage your vacation. But, if you're going to do it on your own, that's the big thing. Because, again, there'd be nothing worse than being on a vacation and watching the cruise ship sail away. I just cannot imagine how I would feel.
No.
That's your heart would just drop. I guess those are really three different ways to do, and I'm sure there's some other ways we're not thinking. But book through the cruise line, book on your own, or just do it on your own, or through a third party, you book it on your own, or just do it, exploring.
Do your own thing.
Yeah, and we think about these kind of things. A lot of times, we're busy. We've got a lot going on with family and friends and stuff, and so when we go on vacation, we often are kind of looking for a little slower pace.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll say, hey, we're going to stay up late tonight on the ship, and we don't want to worry about the morning.
Sometimes.
Whatever. But the thing is, we'll kind of look ahead, and it's like, this port, we really want to try this, and this port, well, we don't really care.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of kind of figured out that way.
Yeah. We've done cruises with an excursion in every port.
Yeah.
And we were exhausted. We were exhausted because we do enjoy, you know, going to the shows on the boat or going dancing or whatever you want to do. But, you know, you don't want to have to get up so early the next day.
Yeah.
But now...
Especially the way I dance.
Yeah. Stop. Now we don't plan something for every port.
No.
Well, many of them we've been to already. So we kind of know what's there, what's not. We might just go off and do a little shopping and get right back on. But we don't do an actual excursion in every port anymore.
Right.
And it's been a blessing for us to do it that way. Often we like to, like I said, just walk off the boat and see what happens, fly by the seat of our pants and just figure it out.
You just figure it out.
Shopping, restaurants, exploring, whatever.
Yeah, you just don't know. The big thing, again, and I'll just repeat it, you just got to watch your time. So
maybe you're high energy and you want to go, then that's great. Book an excursion and you do you and be proud.
Yeah.
And maybe you just want to relax like us, and that's fine too. The beauty of cruising and visiting all these different ports is you can make it what you want.
Right. So why don't you tell us in the comments what your experience has been. I'm getting ready because, you know, tell us what's your favorite port. I'm ready to go. What's your favorite excursion? You don't like the sunglasses?
No, they're awesome. Baby.
All right. I think they're pretty cool. Do you have a favorite tour operator? That's it for today, and
We'll see you soon.
we'll see you soon.